The penthouse deception. The revolving doors of the Meridian Grand Hotel swept open as Dr. Maya Chen stepped into the marble lobby, her modest travel bag slung over one shoulder. She'd been on the road for 16 hours, 2 delayed flights and a missed connection, and exhaustion clung to her like a second skin. All she wanted was a bed and a hot shower. Behind the gleaming reception desk stood Vincent Holbrook, the hotel's night manager, his expression already souring as Maya approached. He took in her wrinkled jeans, worn sneakers, and the coffee stain on her jacket with barely concealed disdain. Checking in, Maya said quietly, sliding her reservation confirmation across the counter. Vincent glanced at the paper, then at her, one eyebrow arched. "Ms. Chen, I see you've booked our economy accommodation." His tone dripped with condescension. "That would be our basement-level rooms. No view, of course. Limited amenities." Maya nodded, too tired to care. "That's fine. I should mention," Vincent continued, leaning forward with a smirk, "that we do have premium suites available for guests who can afford a more appropriate experience at the Meridian Grand." His eyes traveled pointedly over her budget airline appearance. "The room I booked will be perfect," Maya replied evenly. Vincent's smile turned sharp. "As you wish. Though I must say, some guests understand that you get what you pay for. The basement rooms are quite humble." He typed slowly on his computer, making her wait. "You know what they say, pay for the worst, get exactly that. But I suppose not everyone has standards." A well-dressed couple behind Maya shifted uncomfortably. An older gentleman at the concierge desk frowned in Vincent's direction. Maya met Vincent's gaze without flinching. "The room key, please." With exaggerated movements, Vincent produced a key card and slid it across the counter. "Basement level, room B12. Elevators that way. Do try not to expect too much." He turned away dismissively before she could respond. Maya found room B12 at the end of a fluorescent-lit hallway that smelled of industrial cleaner. Inside, the space was exactly as advertised, cramped, windowless, with furniture that had seen better decades. But it was clean, and right now, that was enough. She unpacked her laptop and opened an encrypted email from her assistant. "Board meeting confirmed for 10 a.m. They still don't know you're coming. Security team will meet you at 9:45. Maya allowed herself a small smile. Tomorrow would be interesting. What Vincent Holbrook didn't know, what his contemptuous assumptions had blinded him to, was that Dr. Maya Chen wasn't just any guest. 3 months ago, she'd quietly purchased the Meridian Grand Hotel chain as part of a strategic expansion of her hospitality empire, Chen Global Industries. She'd been in Singapore finalizing the acquisition while her executive team began the delicate work of evaluating every property in the portfolio. The Meridian Grand's previous owner had warned her about management issues at the flagship location. So Maya had done what she always did when taking over a new company, gone undercover. Book the cheapest room. Dress down. See how staff treated ordinary customers when no one important was watching. Vincent's performance had exceeded her worst expectations. The next morning, Maya dressed in a tailored charcoal suit, her hair pulled back professionally, her CFO credentials and security clearance ready. At 9:45, she met her security director, James, in the service corridor behind the lobby. The boards assembled in the executive conference room, James informed her. "Regional managers, department heads, and your new management team are all present. Mr. Holbrook is there as well, he was called in for a performance review." "Perfect," Maya said. When she entered the conference room, 20 faces turned toward her. Some showed recognition, these were the executives who'd worked on the acquisition. Others, including Vincent Holbrook, looked merely confused by the stranger in their meeting. Maya took her place at the head of the table. "Good morning. For those we haven't met, I'm Dr. Maya Chen, and as of 90 days ago, I am the majority owner and CEO of this hotel chain." Vincent's face went from confusion to pale recognition in seconds. "I believe in understanding my businesses from the ground up," Maya continued, her voice calm but carrying authority. "Last night, I checked into this hotel as an ordinary guest who'd booked your most affordable room." She let that sink in. "I wanted to see how we treat customers who don't arrive in limousines. The room was silent enough to hear the ventilation system humming. Maya's gaze found Vincent. "Mr. Holbrook, would you like to tell the board how you greeted me? What you said about guests who book economy rooms?" Vincent's mouth opened and closed wordlessly. Sweat beaded on his forehead. "Allow me to refresh your memory," Maya said. "Pay for the worst, get exactly that. You also suggested I lacked standards and made it clear you found my appearance unsuitable for this establishment." A senior VP audibly winced. The HR director began typing rapidly on her tablet. "Mr. Holbrook," Maya continued, "every person who walks through our doors deserves respect, regardless of what they're wearing or which room they've booked. A guest paying $50 for a basement room is just as valuable as one paying $500 for a suite. They've all chosen to trust us with their comfort and safety." Vincent stared at the table, his earlier arrogance completely evaporated. "However," Maya said, her tone shifting slightly, "I don't believe in making examples of people without understanding context." She looked at her HR director. "Ms. Patterson, does Mr. Holbrook have prior complaints in his file?" Ms. Patterson consulted her tablet. "4 formal complaints in the past year, Dr. Chen. All regarding dismissive or discriminatory behavior toward guests who appeared to be budget travelers or people of color. 2 complaints were settled financially." Maya nodded slowly, processing this. "Then this isn't a lapse in judgment. It's a pattern." She turned back to Vincent. "Mr. Holbrook, your employment is terminated effective immediately. You'll be escorted out after this meeting. Ms. Patterson will provide details about your final paycheck and benefits." Vincent's face flushed red, but he had the sense not to argue. Maya addressed the full room now. "I want to be absolutely clear about something. Chen Global Industries was built on a simple principle. How you treat people when you think no one's watching reveals who you really are. Moving forward, every manager in this chain will understand that we serve people, not price points." She gestured to her operations VP. "I want a comprehensive review of our service standards across all properties. Anonymous testing, customer feedback analysis, and staff training programs. If someone on our team can't treat every guest with basic human dignity, they don't belong here." Heads nodded around the table. "One more thing," Maya added. "I'm implementing a new policy starting today. Once a quarter, I or another executive will check in anonymously at each of our hotels. Management won't know who or when. Consider it a reminder that character counts, especially when you think no one important is looking." As the meeting continued into operational details, Maya caught glimpses of Vincent being quietly escorted out by security. She felt no satisfaction in his humiliation, only a quiet resolve that her hotels would be better than this. 2 hours later, Maya stood in the lobby as the day shift arrived. She changed back into casual clothes and was chatting with Rosa, a housekeeper who'd worked at the Meridian for 15 years. "I clean those basement rooms," Rosa was saying. "And I clean them just as carefully as the suites, because whoever's in there deserves a clean space. It's not right how some people act like budget guests are less than." "You're absolutely right," Maya agreed. "And that's going to change." As she headed out to catch her flight to the next property on her evaluation tour, Maya reflected on the encounter. Vincent Holbrook had seen a tired woman in wrinkled clothes and assumed he could treat her with contempt. He'd never imagined that snap judgments based on appearances might cost him everything. The marble lobby gleamed in the afternoon sun, beautiful and welcoming. Maya intended to make sure it felt that way for everyone who entered, regardless of the room they could afford. After all, she knew better than most that you couldn't judge someone's worth by their luggage or their budget. Sometimes the person you underestimated was exactly the one who'd be evaluating your character. And in Maya's experience, character was the only...
Hello everyone. If you are enjoying this video and finding it helpful, don't forget to support our channel. Please subscribe to our channel, press the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Also, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. We regularly upload amazing, informative, and entertaining content just for you. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to bring even better content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to our growing community.